Well, good morning, it's John Neal here. It's Monday, March the 27th, 2023, and I am at CALDECOTE Hall. Well, as you can see, CALDECOTE Hall is quite a palatial building, lovely, rebuilt in the Victorian times, I'm told, but it goes back to the Domesday Book, and a number of families have taken it on since then. It was once a school in the 20th century, and now it's been turned into individual flats. CALDECOTE Hall was rebuilt in what you see now in 1880 in the Victorian times for Henry Lee Townshend, and who was High Sheriff of Warwickshire, which is the Queen's representative in the county, so it's quite an important point. And as I say, it goes back, the hall here, and it's actually called CALDECOTE Village, but it's not a typical village, it's just a big hall with one or two houses around it. And but over there is a grave of Townshend. Now, the Townshend family are quite interesting because they do have other royal connections. This is the grave of the Townshend family, who were resident in CALDECOTE Hall in the early 20th century. Group Captain Peter Townshend was one of the descendants, who you might recognise was a Moor of the Princess Margaret. They couldn't marry, they would have done, but he was already married and was divorced, and therefore it wasn't possible for Princess Margaret to marry him, but she would have done so. One of the many sort of romantic tragedies of the royal family. In 1924, the church took over the building here and used it as a temperance society, and it stayed in its possession, I would presume, right through to the 1950s. The building then became a school in 1950, St Chad's, and was only a school for about 5 years when it closed down after a severe fire in 1955. So in 2005 it was restored after 50 years to make it into the flats that they are now. It must be really rather nice, actually.